You ready?
Hey, listen!
Get some.
Yeah.
Hey, listen!
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Lawrence's Let's Plays. Today I'm bringing to you my picks for the top 5 healers in the game. To my returning viewers, thanks so much for your continued support. And if you're new to the channel, thanks as well for stopping by. Guys, do continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to help my channel to grow. With nothing left to say, I am Lawrence, and let's play. So let's jump into the gallery, and let's find our healers. So the number 1 healer, and again, an important caveat, as I had mentioned in my previous videos, be sure to watch those for the top 5 mages and the top 5 fighters as well, is that I am not including the Lord heroes, as they're on an entirely different level, and I'm going to be doing a separate video as to my opinion as to who the best Lords are. So therefore, Leia cannot be included, because she's a Lord. So, who does that leave us with? Well, we got 5. Let's start off. By far and away, beyond a shadow of a doubt, I don't believe there's going to be any controversy to this pick. Owen is the best healer in the game. Period. Grants attack-based healing to 3 allies in range. Healing multiplier goes up another 20%. Dispels all debuffs from all allies in range and restores HP equal to 40% of the hero's healing multiplier per second for them for 10 seconds. This is her Grace of Nature manually activated alt. This is fantastic to cleanse anytime they get hit with a debuff, as well as a big-ass heal for everybody. Initial rage plus 100, so her rage will go up to 300. Skills healing multiplier plus 10% skill cost minus 100, so then it goes down to 1100. Initial rage plus 100 goes to 400. Skills healing multiplier plus 10% skill cost minus 100. So you're getting minus skill cost of 200, so it goes down to 1000, and her initial rage goes up to 400. It does take her quite a while to be able to get to that alt. That is a shame. I wish it was a little bit faster, but the heals are just outlandish. 40 seconds, Alpha Forest, auto. Summons 1 Wood Elf that restores HP equal to 100% of the hero's healing multiplier for surrounding allies every 5/10 of a second for 10 seconds. Only 1 Wood Elf can be present on the field at any given time. Cooldown can be reduced by another 10 seconds. So, really good. 40-second cooldown normally, so it'd be a 30-second cooldown. Nature's Favor auto, 5 seconds restores rage every 5 seconds for all allies equal to 1% of the rage cap, so a little bit of rage regen. Recovery plus 1%, rage regen interval minus 1. Recovery plus 1, rage regen interval minus 1. So the recovery can go up to 3% of rage, and the interval can be reduced instead of every 5 seconds, it's every 3 seconds. Checking her info, AoE heal, you see her range is quite good. Decent base HP at 11,746, but remember she's attack based healing, so we want to build her with attack. What's her interval? Actually, let me look at that. Attack interval 3 seconds. Okay. So let's go into her awakenings. After using Grace of Nature, reduces damage taken by 20% for 10 seconds. Attack plus 300 at A2. Basic attacks have a 20% chance of dispelling debuffs from allies. That's really good. So instead of just relying on dispelling debuffs on her alt, she has a 20% chance to do it on basics. Rage regen auto plus 1. Obtain a Wood Elf immediately after using Grace of Nature. And what else is there to say about Owen? I mean, she is just the absolute best. She's the best healer in the game. Although, in my opinion, it's a lot closer than people would really think when you go from first place to second place. And my second place, by far and away, is Vortex. In fact, I'm going to be doing a video here real soon on the most must-have. That's kind of a weird way to say it, but the absolute must-have epic heroes in the game. Vortex is clearly going to be one of those. He has an incredibly wide healing range. That range gets increased whenever you raise up his promotions. Mono heal, he is an HP based healing, which makes it a little bit easier to be able to build him, because you get a lot of main stat HP gear. Heals 1 ally in range. Healing multiplier goes up to 10%. On his moisture manually activated alt, increases the healing multiplier by 25% for 20 seconds. When triggered, restores HP equal to 10% max HP for all allies in range. If the heal amount exceeds their max HP, this is very important, 110% of the excess will be converted into a damage-absorbing water shield that lasts for 10 seconds. So it's that utility right there that he can overheal your allies and put a shield bubble on them that makes me almost want to say I even like him better than Owen, but his heals just can't compare to what Owen's does, nor does he have the ability to dispel buffs. But this is pretty nasty to be able to put a water absorbing shield on them for 10 seconds. Skills healing multiplier plus 5%, so then it becomes 15% healing, shield strength plus 10%, skills healing multiplier plus 5, shield strength plus 10, skill cost minus 100, skills healing multiplier plus 5, shield strength plus 10, skills healing multiplier plus 5%, shield strength plus 10%, skill cost minus 100. So he is going to reduce his cost by 200 because this be able to get his alt, it's quite high, 1100, so it drops to 900. So we got the multiplier going up 10, 15, what's that, 20%? So it's 20% max heal, and also the shield strength goes up 10, 20, 30%. So then it goes up to, instead of 110%, it goes up to 140%. Really, really impactful. Passive healing ripple, healing in excess of HP is converted into a damage absorbing water shield with strength of 70% of the healing for 10 seconds. During the effect of moisture, heals one more target. Increases the shield by 10% of the excess heal, 10%, 10%, 20%. So 10, 20, 30, 50%. So then instead, it's 120% water shield as well on this passive. So he's amazing. He's really going to help you in so much content. Obviously, I didn't mention Owen. Owen's going to help you in all content as well. Vortex can really be clutch, especially since his alt is manually activated. If you pop that just in time to get the additional water shield up, if they're already healed, and you excess heal them or over heal them to give them the shield bubble, can really come through in clutch situations. So he's just amazing. I love him so much. When on the field, grants a random ally shield equal to 20% of their HP every 25 seconds. This effect lasts for 10 seconds. Awakened 1. Awaken 2, HP, increase the healing multiplier on platform units by 20%. This is so impactful to be able to heal your mages and your marksmen by an additional 20%. Multiplier is great. Rage regen auto plus 1, and enhanced healing ripple shield absorbs even 10% more damage. So instead of what the shield was absorbing before, you add another 10%. So he's amazing. He's going to be really clutch in all content, and that's that. He's amazing. Moving forward, so third place, I'm going to go with Dolores. The reason why I'm choosing Dolores over Sadie, because Sadie is very important as well. Sadie does rage regen, but the most important stat in this game, by far and away, new players will come to understand, and we as veteran players, I guess you'd say, that's been playing since global launch, will realize that attack is the most important stat. Attack, attack, attack. And what Dolores does for her team is great. She has a very weird healing range, I will say that. AoE heal over time. She is an attack-based healing unit, just like Owen, to all allies in range. Graceful Dancing, manually activated alt, applies 30% inspiration to other allies in range for 14 seconds. Inspiration effect, 5%. Inspiration effect, 5%. 40%. Effect duration, plus 2 seconds. So instead of 14, it is now 16. Now it's 18. Now it's 20. Now it's 22. So it's for 22 seconds. And also the skill cost minus 40. So it goes down to, that's weird. Skill cost minus 40. Okay, so instead of 1100, it's 1060. Minus 60 is then 1000. Skill cost minus 60. 940. That's really strange. Initial rage increases 200. So 940, she gets 200, 400. So it takes her a little while to get to that. But what's so great about inspiration is it buffs all your allies and increases their attack for those 22 seconds if you have this fully skilled. 60 seconds after being deployed, permanently increases basic attacks healing multiplier by 5%. Graceful Dancing will have a 50% chance to increase the hero's rage by 100 when it ends. Required trigger time minus 2. Minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. Bonus rage increase of 50, 50, 50, 50. So a bonus increase to rage of 300 and a reduction in the trigger time from 60 seconds to minus 2, 4, 6. So minus 10 seconds, so 50 seconds. Basic stats for her. Very low HP, not very good. But remember, she's attack based, so you want to build her with attack. Another thing that makes her amazing, A1 is so good. The inspiration effect of graceful dancing increases by 20%. So now instead of a 40% boost, she's given a 60% attack boost to all her allies. HP plus 12. That should really be attack since she's attack focused. Enhanced during the effect of graceful dancing increases the healing multiplier by 10%. Attack, that's good. When graceful dancing ends, increases the chance of increasing rage to 80% instead of 50%. So it increases her rage, so she's able to build up to her ult faster to, once again, increase the attack of all your allies. She's amazing. Absolutely must have epic hero. Just spoiler, she will be on that list when I do that video of must have epics. And then coming in 4th place, we've got Sadie. Sadie. She is 4th. Interesting heal range for her and damage reduction. So what she brings to the table is damage reduction, physical, and magic. Damage reduction physical is a 15% damage reduction, and magic is a 15% damage reduction as well. AoE heal over time. She is HP based. Again, it's much easier to build HP based healers, in my opinion, to all allies in range. Healing multiplier goes up an additional 20%. Her Ode to Time is a manually activated ult. During the ultimate, allies in range only take 50% of incoming damage. When this effect ends, they will lose HP equal to the remaining damage over 8 seconds. That can be reduced to lost duration 10, or increased rather, to a lost duration over a 12-second period. It's kind of weird. I'm not a big fan of like lose health to gain this effect, but the effect is really solid. Allies damage taken during the ultimate, you'll see, gets increased to a 60% mitigation of damage. Skill cost minus 100. Hers is quite high at 1200 max rage cap, so 1100. So from 600 starting rage, she has to build up 500 to be able to cast this ult. Song of Courage auto. After the ultimate ends, randomly grants one of the following buffs to allies in range. Restores the target's HP equal to 8% of their max HP every 1.5 seconds, or increases 20% of their max HP. Effect duration can go up an additional 3 seconds from 1.5 to 4.5 seconds. Increase the max HP regen plus 2% max HP, so 10% of their max HP, or max HP increase goes from 20 to 30. Sheltered Heart auto periodically resists incoming damage 1 time. Cooldown is reduced by 1 second every time this hero takes damage. Cooldown can be reduced from 60 seconds to minus 20 is 40 seconds. Looking at her info, good base HP, 11,213. Her attack is quite low, but she is HP based, so we want her to be HP based as much as possible. Attack interval 2 seconds. Going into her awakenings, Song of Courage applies both buffs simultaneously, so that is the HP max increase or just an HP boost for the heroes, so that's nice. HP plus 1200, of course, always great to have more HP on an HP based healer. When taking damage, increases rage regen by 50% for 3 seconds, nice. Allow her to get to her ult faster, which she definitely needs because it takes a while to get to that ult because that is a very high rage cap. HP plus 1200, again, great because she's HP based. During the effect of Song of Courage, it also increases the healing multiplier by 100%. So instead of the healing multiplier going up by, what did we say it was? I'm going to have to go back and find out. Song of Courage, healing multiplier. Add another 100% to that. There you go. Sadie is really good based on her ability to mitigate damage for your allies, so she's a fantastic 4th place. And then finally in 5th place, some people might argue Lightlock, some people might argue Mydan, but I'm going to tell you he was the 2nd healer that I got, or the 2nd legendary rather I pulled after I pulled my first legendary, which was Nocturne, and I'm going with Ezra. And I know he's kind of a meme because he's not the greatest healer, especially considering that he's a legendary. There's much better options. But to be honest, he's actually not as bad as people were saying that he is. I've had him. I did get rid of him eventually because I just have better healers. I think Vortex, even as an epic, blows him away, but he does grant attack-based healing to one ally in range, a little bit more difficult to skill him. 20% boost to the healing. Of grants a 220% attack-based healing to one ally, and also grants them the hero's talent effect lasting for 4 seconds. Now this is quite good, because this is a very big heal. 20, 40, 80, add 80 to that, so 300% attack-based healing to that ally. Skill cost minus 50, so 500 rage is what he has to build up to. And the talent is damage taken at a time will not exceed 60% of max HP, so that's quite nice. The hero can cast Verdant Rejuvenation and Enlightened Breath on all allies beyond his attack range, albeit with healing effects reduced by 60%. So this is important to note, that means, and this is why he kind of came in clutch for me in early game, is because he can heal outside of whatever you see his attack range is, which is quite good. He kind of throws a potion at him and can heal them from outside of his range. The healing effects can be reduced to where, since they are taking a reduction in healing, it can be reduced from taking a 60% reduction to a 40% reduction with max skill ups. Enlightened Breath, when any ally's HP drops below 30%, immediately grants a 200% attack-based healing, again, quite a big heal. This effect can be triggered one time every 40 seconds. Now the healing can go up another 60%, so then it becomes a 260% heal, quite a big heal. Trigger interval can be reduced from every 40 seconds to 35 seconds. So look at his Awakenings. Awakening 1, when healing the target, increases the healing amount by 20% of their attack. Healing effect plus 8. Changes the HP threshold required for triggering Enlightened Breath to 50% instead now. Rage regen auto plus 1. And finally, when Verdant Rejuvenation grants the target, sorry, it's my first day with my new mouth, target the hero's talent effect, its duration will be increased by 3 seconds. So he's actually quite good. He's a lot better than people realize. He's just the worst legendary healer, I guess you'd put it that way. Obviously, because I put him in 5th place, and someone like Leia is going to beat him because, again, Leia is a lord. But that's my picks for the top 5 healers. If you guys found this information in the video helpful and informative, please do smash that like button. Let YouTube know that you're enjoying this type of content and looking forward to more of it. Also, consider subscribing to my channel, as I'm consistently putting up new Watcher of Realms videos on a daily basis. Nothing really left to say. My name is Lawrence, and I am out of here. I'll talk to you guys real soon.